Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out this morning. This is a big new adventure for us. We couldn't have done it without all of our friends and customers over the years. We've had a wonderful 10 years. We've been able to do this edition. We're going to do everything in our power to keep supplies that we can keep at the best price for you. Everybody knows me, knows I'm not a public speaker. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. Glad you turned out on this rainy day. Jane L's been my friend for over 40 years.
I'm only 42.
And she is my best friend, one of my best friends, so she is going to do my speaking for me today.
And he's going to regret it, let me tell you.
So thank you all very much, 1,000 times over for showing up. We got this.
What? You want me
you do
first?
Your program.
You want me first? Oh. Well, I have known Roger a long time, and I've whittled this 75 pages down to this because I didn't think you wanted to stand in the rain too long. I'll pull that down. If you know Roger, you know he does not like to talk about himself, but I could talk about him all day. About what he's accomplished in his life, what he's done for his neighbors, what he's done for this community through his business ventures, and more importantly, by his willingness to help others. Roger is a prime example of the work ethic on which this county and country was founded and built. In this today's society, he is a rarity. And what he does on his own and for the good of all, identifying the needs of the people here and setting about to meet those needs. I've had the pleasure of knowing Roger and being a part of his life since he, on his bicycle with his dog Blondie by his side, traveled these roads and sold the grit. And believe it or not, he was even more reluctant to speak back then, but everybody in the community supported him. If you are of a certain age, you will remember when Buckeye was booming with a restaurant, motel, gas station, drive-in theater. But you may not know that Roger got his first steady income right here on this spot, cleaning up the trash on the mornings after the movie of the night before. And now he owns it, and look what he's done with it. He's breathed new life into this spot and into the town of Buckeye and into the town's economy. This project has been fascinating to watch, how he saw a need for additional space for his landscape products, and it is built into a full-fledged, full-service home, farm, lawn, and garden center. And it was all built by the hands of the Pritt brothers, Roger and Curtis, with their cousin Junior and their friends, and Russell. And this cement slab was worked on late December nights by the lights of vans and headlights of trucks. This store began as an idea of fire in Roger's belly, long nights of wondering how he was going to get it done, and pushing forward during the day and the night to make it happen. When Roger started working at the sawmill in Marlinton, the first thing he did was remodel his mother's home. You've been remodeling ever since, haven't you? Started on the green chain and worked his way up to mill foreman there and eventually to mill foreman over in Virginia. During those years, Roger and Curtis continued to look after their mother, building her a new home and never neglecting their responsibility of caring for her despite their hectic schedules. I've often said, if everyone loved their mother the way Roger and Curtis loved theirs, this world would be a better place. That says a lot about these guys. Several years ago, when Roger bought his first home up on Seneca Estates, he dug out from under it and put in a basement, and he poured a long driveway of cement by hand. And I looked at that job and I said, there ain't much this guy can't do, and he has proven that to be so. If you've known him for years, or if you just met him this morning, Roger will treat you, his friends, and his customers all the same. He never ceases to amaze me with his work ethic, his honesty, his kindness, and how he gets something on his mind and sets about to work to make it happen. He often talks about my grandfather, Skinny Graham, who went into every spring with an idea, a hammer, and a bag of nails. I'm proud of you, Roger. Skinny Graham would be proud of you too. And may God bless you in this endeavor.
Bill Beard. It's kind of hard to follow up Danielle, but as being on the commission, you know, these things are what I truly like to see, and the commission feels that these small businesses like this can really mean so much to Pocahontas County, and it takes people that has a dream or a desire and ambition to get it done, and we're lucky to have people like Roger that really put that dream to work and will bring some economy to Pocahontas County that is so great for the county. And on behalf of Pocahontas County, I just say thanks. So dearly thank the person that has this dream and can follow through with it. And as far as being on the county commission, things like that, or things like this, is so important, and it makes me feel so good. And I know the rest of the commissioners feel the same way. I'll let Mr. Walker, he's here from the commission. I'm sure he'd like to make a point that how great it is to the county to have new and wonderful business like this start. And also, since I'm here, I also am on I'm board of directors for the Pendleton Community Bank, and we're so happy to be part and share in this business being open. And Lauren's going to have, she'll come up and say something here just shortly for the bank, but I would like to say that that's a great part also of the community. But Mr. Walker, you'd like to have say something?
Yeah, I'd just like to say a lot of y'all out here can remember back when the theater was still here, and you remember when it went out, this lot was vacant for several years. It was a very dead looking spot when you come through Buckeye. But luckily we have people like Mr. Pritt that has dreams and ideas of what we need, what will work, what will help the potential of Pocahontas County that invest in stuff like this. Them people's getting far and few between in this county, but that's what we need. And we're very fortunate to have him. Him and his brothers has done an awesome job here. It looks great. It's one of the best things I've seen happen in the lower end of the county since I've been here. And I hope it works out great for him, and I wish him the best in the future. And hopefully other people will move in his footsteps and do the same thing throughout the county. It's a great benefit for us. Thanks a lot, Roger.
I'm Lauren from Pendleton Community Bank. We had the pleasure of working with Roger to fund this project, and we are so very excited from a community bank standpoint to bring a business in. It's a new one, and we're very excited to see it start from the ground up, and it's an honor to be here with him. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Well, on behalf of the County or Pocahontas County Chamber of Commerce, I want to thank Roger for all the efforts he has made, and participating in this grand opening is certainly appreciated. Roger is to be commended for his hard work and his perseverance. And it goes to show, like some other words I mentioned before, that with hard work and perseverance, many dreams can become realized. And over the years of his working with his enterprises, it goes to show that good things can happen. And we certainly appreciate it. Congratulations for a job well done, and much success in the future for all your endeavor.
Appreciate it.
Time for a ribbon cutting. Roger, Joel? Oh, get in.
We need to get plenty of hands.
I want to be around Roger with a sharp object.
I don't know how well they cut. That's good. We've been there helping cut.
This is how we do it?
Yeah.
Put it to anybody else want to put on?
All right.
We're going to keep this for keep it safe and put up on the wall. First time I've ever been to one, much less for me.
We wish you the best.